convicted felon, convicted felon, convicted felon, convicted felon, convicted felon. We speak to some of the most vulnerable Republicans and Democrats and find it's often the Democrats unwilling to speak about the verdict, while swing district Republicans rally to the former president's defense and have no qualms with a convicted felon at the top of their ticket.
Especially because on the public side, the conviction has not registered as a huge shift. You know, we were following the New York Times polling about what actually moved people after the conviction, and you saw kind of 2 points moving away from kind of Trump to Biden, but some of that was drop off to the interest in third parties. Some of that was, you know, the landscape is really messy around this conviction, but it's not calling the sea change. And last year, when we were talking to Democrats about the premise of Biden's campaign, part of it was a belief that the kind of legal problems would make Donald Trump inherently unelectable. And we have not seen that come to fruition.
Yeah.
And so what the Harris is doing, I think, is to try to make that true in a way that Democrats have not been able to kind of make that reality such so far. But their belief that it would inevitably happen has not come to pass.
And speaking of falling in line, I spoke to a number of some of the most vulnerable Republicans in the House, people who represent districts that Joe Biden won, some districts even by double digits. And I asked them, you have a convicted felon at the top of the ticket, are you still going to support it? Now that Trump has been convicted, are you planning on supporting him in November?
Versus Joe Biden? Yes, yeah. I already voted for him in the primary.
In November, you
Hey, this is about the American people.
I have no issues in supporting Donald Trump for President of the United States.
He's the Republican nominee. I'm the Republican.
Yeah, and a lot of my constituents are. I think even more of them are supporting him now because the Democrats went way too far.
Does having a convicted felon in a district like yours hurt Republicans?
My district's full of very smart people with a firm grasp of reality. They can smell.
Give a comment, sir. That last one was Congressman Tom Kaine Jr., who did not respond. The other ones indicated they did. Look, in another political universe, you have a candidate who has some baggage, you're a vulnerable member, you run away from them. You don't want anything to do with them. This is the Trump era, when Republicans are fine. He's a convicted felon. They'll side with his messaging. It's been 10 days since Donald Trump became a convicted felon. Now we have an early sense on whether it's having any impact at all on voters. While new polling shows there are some small signs of shifts, broadly speaking, it has not made much of a dent in Trump's standing, at least not yet. New poll from Fox News shows the former president still ahead in several key states, except notably in Virginia, where the poll shows the race is tied. And of course, President Biden won Virginia in 2020 by about 10 points. Right, our panel is back. Just a little bit deeper in that Fox News poll about how independents, whether they view this as an impact in these swing states, the hush money verdict here, the guilty verdict. There, 29% of voters in Virginia say it matters, up to 44% in Florida. Then you have it doesn't matter, 68% in Virginia, all the way down to 52% say it doesn't matter. Now, we don't know what that means, whether they're going to actually vote, how they will vote, but it doesn't seem to be a game changer.
It's not a game changer. Look, we always said this was the weakest of all the cases against him, and it turns out it's the only one that's probably going to happen before Election Day. And most people say it's not going to change their votes. NPR, PBS, Marist had a poll, 60-something% said it won't change their votes.
Convicted felon, 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 convicted felon,